It was just a normal week. I was going to the gym, and then starting on Monday, each day was like getting a little bit worse. By Wednesday, I didn't do anything. I was like, something's really wrong. Went to the hospital. They thought it was a tumor in my stomach, and then once they actually did surgery on me to try and find it, and they couldn't remove it. From there, they tested my tumor markers, which came back as testicular cancer. It started in my right testicle, and then it spread to my stomach. It was about a 7-centimeter tumor, so I mean it was like this big, and then there was a small nodule in my lung as well. Every once in a while it would set in, and I'd be pretty scared because I know how many people died from cancer, and so that was the biggest fear, and them telling me that mine was the furthest stage of this testicular cancer. This is where we were realizing that this is a much bigger situation than we thought it was.
By the time I had met Chris, he had already gone through so many interventions, including an attempted surgery, and unfortunately none of them had worked. And naturally, when he came to see me, there was a lot of anxiety surrounding the ability to treat and cure him of his cancer. Is this treatable? Is it something that I can be cured from? What would my life expectancy be like?
About 1 in 100,000 men in the US will be diagnosed with it, so quite rare compared to a lot of other cancers. Here at Hopkins, we have specialists for every type of problem that can arise from an individual that has a complex testis cancer. Those complex specialists sometimes require ourselves, such as urologic oncologists, medical oncologists, expert radiologists, expert pathologists, endocrinologists as well, and sometimes infertility specialists. So there's a huge team of people that are needed.
We have a lot of experience with managing even advanced cases of testicular cancer. We're part of the national guidelines for testicular cancer and follow the latest cutting-edge research for evidence-based approaches to managing testicular cancer. In more advanced situations, such as in Chris's case, a combination of both chemotherapy and surgery are needed. And that's where we began our process of caring for Chris in a multidisciplinary manner. Given his previous interventions, his previous surgery, and the fact that he had also received chemotherapy, I had already expected that his case would be increasingly complex. Because of the nature of his tumor, there was direct invasion into the main blood vessel in his body, the IVC, or inferior vena cava, as well as the small bowel. And so by consulting intraoperatively and having that preparation ahead of time to involve a colleague in vascular surgery as well as a colleague in general surgery to assist with the resection of his mass was paramount to the success of his operation.
They had the whole surgery laid out. We went up to Baltimore the day before, and ended up being an 11-hour surgery. And yeah, I was in there the whole entire day, and I don't remember a whole lot when I woke up, and I mean, I was tired and sleeping in and out of it. It was just kind of keeping your head strong and being able to think like you are gonna get through this, and this part sucks, but later on it will be better. And kind of the one big thing is I was thinking about life after, and that was kind of the thing that drove me to be like, I want to get to that point, because I don't want to be here anymore.
Hey Dad, you got a sec?
Yeah, you bet.
And I guess now we have that new project with the overland trailer, which should be pretty fun.
Yeah, always moved from one project to another, which is fun to be able to build it up and move on to something new.
My family was definitely very important. They were essential to this whole thing. And my girlfriend, and then my friends as well, were the key people that made it all like okay.
Whereas he initially presented with what can be considered a very aggressive type of a testicular cancer, now I would see him as being disease-free, and I would fully expect that he can live a normal, healthy lifestyle and put this in the rear view.
Now it's kind of like living life and actually being able to go out with my friends, and then also kind of just go on vacations, really experiencing life as like, just experience it for what it is. Don't take it for granted, like live every moment.